Okay. Wait, I need to... It looks like it should be... Whoa, that was loud? Hello, wait, is this loud? Yo, that looked crazy loud on my screen. You guys have to... Oh. Anyway, I need to... I can't hear this. Kind of loud? Yeah, I'm putting it down. Okay, wait, this looks better? Okay. Hey to you. Alright. I have a few screenshots just to have in the background while we talk. I was right with the theory with the book. I know, guys. This is gonna happen. Yeah, if there's any issues with any of the audio, just let me know. I have more screenshots as well. I just need to... Wait, I just need to quickly take them all. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, I just spilt my water all over my desk. Well, that happens sometimes, you know? Can't have everything go great. Sometimes you can't have anything go great either. Okay. Should probably do something about that, but am I done with the mistakes? Okay. I'm gonna quickly get a towel. Alright, the good thing is it didn't go on anything, but I'm hearing the water splash down onto the floor, which is a bit annoying. Alright. You know what, the rest I'll clean up later, maybe being the bird here. Okay. Season 6, guys, what do we think? What do we think, huh? First of all, going against Tierlist here? It's kind of crazy, no? Okay, first of all, chill. There's literally nothing I can do right now. The stream crashes. Anyway, we're up and running. Perfect and dark. Dark is definitely a word I would use. Also, wait, I need to pull up the best screenshot that we will ever get here. Look at this. Isn't this just like... I don't know, man. There's literally nothing better than this. This 10 out of 10. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna start off. It was much better than the last two. That is true, okay? I have a few things that I want to cover, right? And we'll go over the season. We'll do a bit of a review first. We can go over some theories. I already have one theory for how the show might continue. But the main thing I want to do is just like quickly go over the season and give my thoughts on it and see what you guys think as well. So out of 10, what are we saying? I personally would say out of 10, I wrote this on Twitter the other day. I said 7.5 to 8. I already see some of you guys already think a lot. 11 out of 10. Okay, that's a... Okay, hear me out. I think this season, if you compare it to season 4 and 5, this is definitely a 10 out of 10. However, if we compare it to like season 3 and we say season 3 is a 9, I don't think this one quite reaches season 3. Viren death was sad. I have one of Viren's death, yeah. Yeah, I have thoughts about Viren's death as well. Alright, but let's start. I wish Soren got the letter. Compared 10 out of 10. Yeah, if we compare... No, compared to season 3, it's not a 10 out of 10. If we compare it to season 4 and 5, it's a 10 out of 10. Even there, would it be a 10 out of 10? At least a 9.5, I would say. Alright, but firstly, the good things about this, okay? The good things I would say... For one... The animation felt a lot cleaner, right? Like if we just go over the very basic things, the animation was clean. It was definitely a style in season 1 to 3 to have it choppy and everything, but then I think improving it was really good. There were a few shots where I thought the animation was a bit interesting. Here, I'll pull up one example. Often when the shot was dark, they gave characters very strong outlines, which made it sometimes look a bit... how do I put this? Like animated in a sense? But like more animated than usual. Some of the animation was wonky. Yeah, some of it was, but I would say in general it was good. Like here, I think this is a better example. Like here, if you look, it has like very, very heavy like outlines, whereas normally, you see normally there are barely any. Which, no, I didn't mind it either. It was just something that like I noticed, and it was definitely like here as well. There are barely any outlines usually, but in darker scenes, I don't know, they somehow went for that. The story was way better in season 4. Yeah, we'll get to the story in a second. Firstly, the music I would say was good. Nothing stood out though. Like it was very good overall. But yeah, I was paying attention to the music, especially the second time I watched it. Sorvis, wait, I'll get some Sorvis screenshots up. Here. The music was good. We all thought it was fake. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the music was good. I liked it. It helped. It's very much his style, the way he's always done it. But yeah, I don't think there was a single like score that I was like, wow, I really want to have this, like listen to it again. Whereas season 4 obviously had the solo song thing. Season 3 had a few, and season 1 had a few. Yeah, wait, I have that as well, I think. Yeah, this is all in that sense. Oh yeah, here we go. Now, we get to the actual thing, the story. What do we think of the story? I think the story was good. That's the first thing I'll say. The story was good. I think getting to know more of Aravos' backstory was good. I think definitely one very interesting thing that I noticed was the only time we see any dark magic being used at all in the entire season was when Viren casts the one spell. And that's it. Best music in the season was Rayla singing. Ooh, okay. That is a good point. Huh. I feel bad for Aravos. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The story, yeah, I think the story was really good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the one time we saw dark magic was literally here. In this one scene where he does the Hearts of Cinder again. And so it's very interesting to have a season where the only dark magic being used is in a positive sense. And I think that's a very nice contrast to the previous seasons where dark magic was always used in a negative sense. To try to clarify, oh, these are the bad guys, these are the good guys. And so I think that like they really managed to start to blend the lines between good and bad and make the characters feel once again like characters, which I think was a huge part in season 1 to 3, where all of the characters felt like they were genuine people in that world who were making decisions based on their own history or things that happened within the season as well. Where I feel like in season 4 and 5, it felt a lot like these are the protagonists, these are the antagonists, and so they have to do things to clarify that. It was so good that Aravos picked up Claudia like in the intro. Yes, that was another thing that like was very... I liked it. I like the first one being him crumbling Viren, and then afterwards... the other time dark magic was used when Viren healed Soren and told him later. Yeah, but we don't see it. So I don't have any screenshots of that I just saw. But the whole point is that we don't see that happening. But of course it's implied. And so I think it... Oh, no, okay. Actually, no, you're right. When he does it to Kapar. Almost, though. We almost got it. Claudia healing Soren was also positive. Yes. That's true. Yeah, that's probably the only other time that it felt like that. I wish Viren was redeemed and like a good guy, you know? Yeah. Kind of. The problem I would say with Viren is... No, okay, it's not a problem. I think they did it really well to show that none of the characters that weren't around him had any idea that he had changed. Right? So if we look at any of the scenes with Soren and him, if we look at any of the scenes with Ezrin and him, you could tell they were very clearly basing their interactions based on what they knew as characters and not what we know as the audience. Which I think was very good and very well done. Especially with Soren. That was genuinely one of the more difficult things to watch. Yeah. I have a few with Soren and Viren here when Soren like freaks out. Like this stuff was, yeah. Plus he got roasted by Ezrin. Yeah, that was... I had to laugh when he said that. Because that was like... I don't know, it felt... I guess it makes sense, but I just didn't expect it at all. Because like Ezrin has always been the one to like give second chances and whatever, and all of a sudden he's like, nah, not today. Besides Callum using dark magic to save his friends. Even there though, dark magic has always been seen in the sense of like, this was a bad thing to, but like a necessary evil. I legit thought that Viren took Soren's heart. I was so scared. Yeah, no, he didn't. He took his own. When he said take my heart and then you see him with the knife though, I was also like, oh no, please no. I was so scared Soren was going to be the one that dies. And Viren, but yeah. Alright, other than that, in the story, let's see. If we go in chronological order, the first thing we see... I don't have any screenshots of the earlier episodes. Let's see. The first few episodes, I think, were good. And I think it was good that they packed a lot of what we saw in the trailer in, like, the first episode. That you could... With the iCarly gestures, yeah. Here, we'll go on this to see how mad he is. Yeah, I think it was good to kind of start very, like, forward. Like, things were happening. You could tell the characters were all trying to do stuff. They were trying to come up with things to do. Viren was being very active, showing like, no, he, you know, doesn't want to be involved in any of that anymore. Claudia, I don't know. In the beginning, Claudia was kind of just scary. Like, she seemed so unhinged. But it was done very well. The second episode is when we get the Mushroom Age. I think this was fine for the most part. Hey! I'm glad you can make it. I think the biggest problem I have with the second episode... Here, we'll go back to these. Look how sick these guys look with their hats. I think the biggest problem with the second episode is that we still get nothing with the Mushroom Age. Like, literally... remind me of the Muffin Man. It is the same tune. It's, different words, though. But yeah, once again, we get another Earthblood elf, and once again, there is nothing that is there. Like, genuinely, I'm almost more disappointed that we got another chance to know more about Earthblood elves and whatever, and we got even less this time. I don't know. It felt so weird. Like, I guess it makes sense because they have to tie him in somehow, and the idea that she's like tiny now and being healed, like, sure, but it's just, very honestly, when we were in this place, I felt like we were in a completely different, like, universe. No toxic? No, okay. I'm just being okay. I'm not gonna like pound on the show or anything, but I think there are definitely things that could have been. Oh, he's a genius. Ah, I see. I see. Seemed like filler more than a real episode. Yeah, okay. A few of the episodes did kind of, or at least a few of the storylines, which kind of sucks because. But I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, no, like it felt so out of place, but it made sense that they have to cover Zubeya being like healed now and him like Zim being happy now with what is happening. Also giving Soren and Corvus more time together I think was great. The way they did it was funny. But yeah, like genuinely he did nothing. Like it was completely pointless to have him there. But yeah. The Mushroom Rage was a plot device. Yeah. No, I do have to agree. Hey Fuzzy, wait, is it Fuzzy TV? Wait, I can't see. I have to warn you guys, my chat is on a different screen and Fuzzy TA, that's a cool name. Also one time Zubeya? Yeah. I don't know, it was just I'm a bit sad that this is the way it happened, but whatever. Then, once that was done, that was fine. Also, the joke of them being, wait, I think, where is it? Them being tiny. That was kind of funny. Like, I laughed at this, but I don't know if I should admit that or not. I wonder how the Mushroom Mage impacts Aravos. He can't find Zubeya if she's so tiny. Yes, but also I don't think Aravos cares. I mean, I guess he kind of wants to. But again, we have another season of Zubeya doing genuinely nothing. That means we're 6 seasons in now with Zubeya having done one thing. Soren got a lot of screen time, that's true. Someone mentioned earlier, wait, I'm gonna see if I can find it again. That Viren was overused. With Viren, I would agree, maybe. Like, there was a lot of Viren, and I feel like we had to focus on other things. Honestly, no offense, but Soren's character has been severely underused. That's not offensive, I don't think. He got a lot of screen time. Some of it was really good. Like, especially all of the scenes with his dad. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can... Here, like all of the scenes with his dad were great. I think him fighting in the battle, I'm gonna try to close some of these. Him in the battle was also great. Okay, never mind. But yeah, again, he doesn't really do that much. Corvus getting screen time. Yeah, Corvus was also nice. I wouldn't say he did very much. Like, he was kind of just always there. Like, if we look at season 2, where he first comes in, he plays a very active role in the beginning because he's like actively hunting them down. And then in season 3, I guess he's already kind of a side character who's just kind of there sometimes. So I guess he got more than that. He wasn't his own character, he was just an anchor for his dad's screen time. That I don't know. I think definitely they needed Soren like this to make his dad's screen time more effective. But I think it really worked for his character. Like, I think it was really good to see him, first of all, upset, but also see him, like, doubt himself. Like here, all this, you know, like when Viren wants to apologize, and you can see with Soren that, like, he wants to believe it, but he also doesn't want to get tricked again. Which I think worked really well. Viren was really good this season. Yeah, I think Viren was pretty good, but there was a lot of Viren. And I don't know if it was that important anymore to focus this much on Viren when he dies. Anyway, next up. After episode 2, we get to episode 3. That's the frozen ship. Once again, I think a very slow episode. I wrote down for my, like, official breakdowns, I wrote down after every single episode I watched, like, right after, I started writing down my first thoughts, just like a paragraph. And in the beginning, I was writing like, oh wow, I'm like really impressed with how fast things are going. Each channel was trolling us with that trailer. Yeah, definitely. But I like how fast things were going. I liked how things felt like they were finally like in season 3 where constantly we were moving towards something, but like actively, and we weren't just going on side quests. And then all of a sudden, see, like episode 2 already kind of just takes side quests, and I'm like, okay, sure. Then episode 3, and we're still taking side quests. And that's the point where I think things started clicking for me that maybe we haven't quite gotten there yet. I don't know if all of you guys saw this, but this is supposed to spell out Raylum, because this was supposed to be covered by snow or whatever. I think there's this, like one shot where it does as well. Like all of this is completely irrelevant to anything, right? You could take out this entire scene with the boat, and literally while they are on their shadow pause, Callum gets a moment where they're having, I don't know, big feelings time, and he's like, I use dark magic, and Rayla's like, what? That's crazy. And like, we would have had the exact same like effect. Not gonna lie, I was disappointed that your theory about Callum's dad wasn't true. Thank you. I was too. There was another theory I was very disappointed about. But yeah. The whole thing with Callum's dad, I think I was thinking about it. I don't know if they oversold it or I oversold it, because maybe it was just my fault. But they definitely made it sound like there was going to be a lot, you know, or at least like there was going to be enough information for us to change the questions we were asking. Yeah, and then all of that for Callum's dad to be a poet. Like literally all we got was to know he had a breathing problem, and he was a poet, which like that's cool, and it kind of explain, or it can be a nice homage to like Callum's, I don't know, affinity for poems. But what? Also, this is no Nish the dude. I don't know how to tell you guys this, but one of the first thoughts I had as well was Callum's dad had a breathing problem, and Soren had a breathing problem, and Star Touch elves live outside of time. So, like, I don't know. No, okay, but we're not going there. We're not. That was one of the thoughts I had, where like, if I had enough time to just make like genuinely insane theories, I'd probably do something with that. But yeah, that's for. No, I know. I thought about that too, though. But that's for some other time, or for like fan fiction. Actually, please don't do that. I got so disappointed from that. Yeah. Callum's parents are literally the soldier, poet, and the king. That's true, but at least with like the king, we get to see him as a king. The soldier, we get to see her as a soldier. And the poet, we're just kind of told. There's a sketch of Callum and his dad, and he looks human. Yeah, no, for sure. I it was, yeah. It was just the thought that I had. I bet $10 so the next book will be called Darkness. I think something else, but we'll get to that probably after. Alright, again, this episode kind of filler, doesn't do much. The whole conflict that arises is completely contrived. Like, the only thing anything happens is because they left out the lamp and she got mad. And so literally, if they just did not go... Yes, no, that's what it was. Soren was doing a haiku in season 2. That's, yes. No, okay, okay, you reminded me. I was like, there was something else to this, but I can't remember. Yes, no, exactly. Soren also likes poetry. And he had a breathing problem. Anyway, we have to stop this. Just confirmed there are 3 more seasons coming after season 7. Wait, just now? I'm going to check on my phone while I talk. Because they said... recently, no, I saw in one of the interviews, they said that with season 7, with the ending of season 7, it will be clear in what direction the show will go. No, okay, I'm looking right now, they haven't confirmed anything, okay? So don't... I don't know why someone said that. Okay, they haven't confirmed anything beyond season 7, but there was an interview, yeah, next summer, and they said that after, like, with the ending of season 7, it will be clear what direction they want to go into when it comes to content in general. They didn't say that they will do more seasons, but they definitely said that, like, games, books, and just, like, outside content will definitely be involved. I'm guessing they're not saying more seasons just because, well, first of all, it's not confirmed, and second of all, they first have to ask Netflix, and they want to see how these seasons are, like, received. But it does show that they have more plans for it, and they also said that they were thinking about doing a season 3.5 as, like, a mini season, to kind of have more content in between, more than just the graphic novels, which I think would be great. Will there be an Ezra and Anya ship? I would assume so. What if Soren is the reincarnation of... Okay, stop, guys, we're still doing this? Okay, but... maybe. Again, what if Soren is just a Star Touch elf, and that's the form he takes? And that's why when... No, guys, we can't act... No, stop, guys, we have to focus on the actual... The bag hanging from the ship is suspicious. The bag hanging from the ship is the reason why I thought... I don't have a screenshot of it, I don't think. Yeah. Why I thought it was the Banther Lodge, because I have that too. Barry's definitely Star Touch elf. There are, like, these bags. I don't have a screenshot of it, I'm sorry. But there are, like, these bags that hang off. Okay, I also have a theory about Darius and Lujane. Guys, we can't do this. Okay, stop. We're gonna focus on the review. Okay, episode 3, kind of just filler. I'm thinking, what were the other storylines that happened in episode 3? Oh yeah, right. All of the stuff with Amaya and Janai. It was fine. No, it's fine. You guys can keep chatting about it, but I might just not talk about it as much. Sure, just name everyone who isn't a Star Touch elf. Okay, but like... Okay. Why did Rayla only save one of her parents? Because the other two parents wanted to just, like, die in peace, I think. Which leads to two things. One, that they have another Quasar Diamond, and two, that they only needed to use one to save Runan. Anyway, episode 4. I think... Oh yeah, right. Claudia and Terry, those scenes were really cool. Yeah, I think it was really nice. I think the problem with Terry is still that, like, there seems to be no real reason why he's doing everything that he's doing. But it seemed very sweet, again, what he was doing, and it was very, like, realistic for someone who has, like, zero self-respect and is, like, fully committed to one person, and, like, that person is, like, what they base their life around. Hello to... I can't read out your name, because well, yeah. Yeah, Terry, what was it? Yeah, exactly. So it's, like, very clearly signs of a, like, toxic relationship, but not even that Claudia only does it, but he does it to himself, which shows more, like, I don't know, it kind of makes this character more humane, but at the same time, like, there's no reason for why it happens yet. But, like, there was one line where he says that, like, the only thing that matters is what she wants to do, and that, like, again, just clarifies how, like, he doesn't value himself at all. Like, to him, his opinions or whatever he wants don't exist. Like, there's literally only Claudia in his life and what Claudia wants to do. But yeah. So I think it's the writers also trying to, like, maybe go at a relationship in that sense, which I think is brave. But yeah, it kind of, for me, it still doesn't quite work because we don't really know why Terry does this. Claudia's new haircut is cute. Yeah, that's true. But then again, it was a gif. Oh, okay, you guys are talking about the Vera and staff hold the third Quasar diamond. Maybe it was. Yeah, so it seems like the Quasar diamond that was in Viren's staff was indeed stolen. So it seems like Aravos switched it out to plan for any contingencies to make sure that, yeah, the humans had access to a Quasar diamond, because I think he always planned that humans would be the one to bring him back. Yeah, we gotta stop distracting. Then, episode 4, I think we're on? 4 is when they reach the Star Scraper. Yeah. I think that was good. We were finally doing stuff again. Again, I think the amount of stuff that we did in episode 4 was very little. But at least we were doing stuff. Banter Lodge? Okay. I think there is actually a podcast called The Banter Lodge or something like that. Chosen 2... Yeah. Okay, that was actually good for Raylan and everything. But yeah, episode 4 was good. I'm just trying to remember what happens other than the Star Scraper. I was literally watching it like earlier today. We get introduced to Cosmo and Astrid. Oh yeah, right. I think one thing, the introduction of the Celestial Elves is done very interestingly. It works really well in the sense that they seem way more powerful in the very first introduction, where you have to go into the elevator and then the guy's like, literally all he says is, "Are you the Chosen Two?" They're like, well, not really. And he says, "Drop," and like, you instantly get the feeling of, okay, these guys aren't in control. They know what they're doing. I think that was cool. The problem lies with like the whole Star Scraper arc. Kind of just lies with the fact that, yeah, the entire thing could be summarized with they go there and are like, oh, can we free him? Or like, you know, can we destroy it? They're like, no, that doesn't work. And then, oh, okay, never mind. Maybe you can keep it. That's it. And then all of a sudden they have to go on some sort of side quest again. Which, like, why? Why does it have to be a side? Why couldn't they just make the creature be necessary for the plot? Because technically, if we just completely remove the creature, it doesn't have to happen, right? Like, the only reason it exists is to be sad. And that brings me to, maybe one of the most annoying things in the entire thing is when they go over, this is episode 5 though, I think. When they go over to this creature, and you feel like, wow, we're really gonna get this. Me, you know, we made some theories, right? I already shared a lot of what I thought this could be. I thought, wow, okay, now we're finally gonna get to see how powerful this dragon is. This is probably an archdragon. Probably Rayla's gonna be like, wait a minute, this ain't no, like, normal thing. This is an archdragon, and, I don't know, it got banished or whatever. And then, they're like, this fight scene, it's all really cool, and then all of a sudden, the only thing we get is, it was a pet. The second I heard, oh no, this is a pet, I was like, what? What do you mean this is a pet? Like, why? And so the idea that this creature that they teased in every single one of the teasers, it was in the trailer as well, like, it got so much screen time. Oh, also here you can see the black outlines again. Like, if you compare this right here to this, all of a sudden everything has like super thick black outlines, and then all of a sudden it's just a pet, and it frustrated me so much. The prophecy, interestingly, the only other two human elf couples, warrior and warrior, mage and mage. That's true, but again, it doesn't do anything for anything. Like, the entire prophecy, it doesn't move the plot forward, right? There wasn't any fighting, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I guess. Yeah, okay. Actually, no, that's also another good point. He kind of just stands around. So even the fact that Callum's like, oh, he's gonna kill us, kind of came across as like, is he, though? Like, why would he kill you? Like, literally, he hasn't done anything so far. He's just kind of been walking. This is a pretty cool shot. I will admit that. I don't know what... Oh, okay, it's just lighting. But yeah, like, I don't know, she finds it out by this? Like, what? Rayla Singh will defeat Aravos in Season 7 confirmed. Okay, honestly, if that happens, you get an ice cream from me. Why did the scene take so long? Yeah, that as well. Here, wait. Callum constantly forgot to use his wings. That was another thing. I think they tried more and more to give Callum, like, spells to do. Wait, there was one shot that I had... Never mind. I'm lying, apparently. Or maybe is it afterwards? There was one, like, Callum kind of tried to help out with his spells every now and then. But, like... What? Like, he can do way more than that. So, yeah. I don't know. This was very disappointing. The reveal of it being the pet of not Zubeia, Luna Tenebris, and the entire reason why there is this massive storm that covers everything, and the reason why celestial elves can't do their whole thing is because the pet of a dead archdragon, or disappeared archdragon, is upset, maybe is one of the silliest reveals we've gotten. So yeah, I think they could have done way more with this. One example already would just be to, instead of having it be some sort of side quest, make them need to go there. You know, not make them need to go there in order for the clouds to clear or whatever, but make them need to go there in order to get something, or it's protecting something. Like already, the very simple idea that I brought up in the very beginning of it protecting the Star Scraper would have made this 1,000,000 times better. It would, like, even if they had this exact scene, like, everything play out the exact same way, and it's beat by singing, apparently. If they had everything play out the exact same way, it would still be a lot better if there was any point to this thing other than being sad and walking around. How does a moon dragon summon storms? We don't know if it's a moon dragon. But that's also a good point. Yeah, no, literally nothing about this is explained, like, at all. So it's just... I'm disappointed that I feel like every theory that came out to do with this thing would have been way more interesting to see than what actually happened. I was first wondering how Arvas took control of Pharos again, but I quickly realized that it was the bite was permanent. Yeah. That was like that was a nice way to... I think one of the writers drank too much coffee and went crazy. Maybe. You'd have to ask them. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the fighting could have been cooler. You know how in my video with my expectations and hopes, I said that Rayla would fight more? She didn't. Yeah. She kind of did a bit of jumping, and I guess she sort of fought against Runan. But like, I don't know. It can't be that hard. Man, he could have targeted Viren? I guess. Anyway, this whole thing was a bit disappointing. The way it was resolved was a bit disappointing. Stella is probably still a Star Touch elf in the form of Stella to, like, look over everyone in Zadia. Is my theory right now. But yeah, this kind of made me realize I don't think they realized everything that they needed to change pacing wise, because this just felt like a filler within a filler. But anyway, this is from something else. finally, we get done with that and we move on to the Celestial Elves. And the Celestial Elves actually have something sick going on, which is when the whole Moonless Night thing actually happens. I think this was really cool. I think the way the Celestial Elves were, the fact that, like, the way they... Stella is Aravos? Wait, is Stella reincarnation of Leola? I doubt it. I think it's more, like, what I would go with is, like, the merciful one. She's above shipping it. I realize. Wait, who did you ship Stella with? Oh no. This is all cool. The moment with Cosmo, it worked. I think it was fine. Because I kind of mentioned it before, and it felt like all of the... Like, the plot was moving forward again. Stella and Sneasels tried to ship. That is crazy. Wait, what? Bro, Stella, for all we know, is, like, really old. And Sneasels is a baby. Like, really changes the game with the spectator? No, for real. I think the moment worked, though, because they did kind of mention how it works. And it seemed really cool. And I took a screenshot of this because it panned to this when he was talking about her star, and I was wondering if there was anything in this, but I haven't found anything yet. And this whole moment was really cool to kind of explain their connection to the stars and everything. And with Callum, I think it was fine. The idea that Callum can no longer be controlled by Aravos is interesting. And his one true star being Rayla felt a bit... I don't know. Like, the only thing I was thinking... They try to ship Rayla? Okay. Oh, right, yes, yeah. Stella and Sneasels, yeah. Stella was trying to ship Rayla. That's true. That was kind of cute. Oh my word, Nish the dude, you have to stop. Sneasels has a sneezing disease and Soren a coughing disease. Are they related? Oh no, why are we still doing this? Was it ever explained why they were able to fly and walk without bumping into anything? No, it wasn't explained. Your guess is as good as mine. I would say they have lived here so often and their other senses are good enough to make sure that they don't bump into anything. If I would put my theory cap on, I would say that... No, that doesn't actually work. Never mind. Bro. Can they sense each other? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe their connection to the stars or something gives them, like, some level of... No, I don't know. No, because it doesn't make any sense, because technically most of them have never, like, had their blindfolds down or, like, had any starlight. I wish we got more Star Touch elves. Yes, I think that was one of the biggest problems of the season, is that nothing... Like, Aravos was almost less in this season than he was in the previous two seasons, where the previous two seasons was already very little, for the fact that this entire arc is called Mystery of Aravos. So yeah, I don't understand why, very honestly. Like, I feel like if we gave a lot of the screen time that Viren had to Aravos, that would have been way better. For a book called Stars, you can't give us no stars. Yeah. I think they relied too much on the actual Celestial Elves carrying the weight of stars than any actual Star Touch Elves. And while that worked to an extent, I don't think it works as well as it could have otherwise. Anyway, this entire scene was interesting. The best thing... I don't have any screenshots of it. I'm still, like, going through things to take screenshots. I only have, like, a few scenes grouped together. But I think one of the coolest things we got to see in this season was when Cosmo was the only one in color and everyone else was black and white to signify, well, we don't exactly know what it signified, but like to show that that wasn't going to happen anymore in the canon. I genuinely cried this season. Yeah. I almost did in one of the Soren scenes, but to be fair, I woke up early to watch it, so maybe that's the reason why. Arrows at least got some good scenes in the last 2 episodes. That's true, but again, if you have to watch the entire season of Stars to, in the end, get a bit of Aravos, doesn't make a lot of sense. Sucks, Possessed Calm deserved more screen time. Even... Yeah, I guess. But even if they didn't do Possessed Calm, they could have done, like, anything, you know? Like, Possessed Pharos even... It felt like... I don't know, it felt like it could have just been Pharos and it would have made sense, you know? Until the very end, obviously, and he was getting eaten by... whatever. Viren is already dead, Soren is Poe next. Viren needed a happy ending, man. I think Viren dying was a bit strange. I think the fact that they brought back Viren just for him to spend his entire time in jail and then die, it felt like the only reason he was in the season was to let him apologize, to make him seem even more like a good character. I was thinking, like, what if they just didn't bring back Viren? Because then it would make an interesting conversation of, has Viren really changed or not? Because then you still, like, in more present history, have him doing dark magic and everything, and sort of helping Aravos, but also the last thing he does is go against that. I'm surprised Calm didn't play a role in freeing Aravos. Yeah, I think that generally the way Aravos was freed was a bit weird. I don't remember if you guys, like in my video with expectations and hopes and everything, I said that if they get to the point of freeing Aravos, I hope it doesn't take that long and they just kind of get over with it. They didn't do that. They spent a lot of time just, like, it was an entire episode where it was just dedicated to Aravos giving his flashback. Wait, I'll actually pull that up. Because I'd say we're almost there anyway to talk about that. Here. Where this felt a lot like Aravos, kind of like the entire episode was dedicated to Aravos giving his flashback. Obviously the whole Rayla thing as well. And then for them to do the spell one more time and he's back. Like, it felt so weird. Viren wasn't resurrected. He pretty much hundreds of people, including Soren and Apelli, would die. Yes, if the season would continue in the same way. And honestly, Soren wouldn't die because Soren is way cooler. So he would have probably... Okay, you know what? I'll tell you exactly what he would have done. Here. Do you see this dragon? Soren, what he would have done is he would have gone on here. While it was swooping down, he would have jumped onto, like the head of the dragon. He would have fist fought Pharos being under the control of Aravos. We would have had like a cool Aravos magic scene. Soren would have like almost fallen off, and then he like pulls Aravos's leg, not Aravos, Pharos's leg down. And then Pharos, what would be the most poetic ending? I don't know, but he falls down and then dies. And then Sol Regum crashes, and then we get like a similar scene to Pyra in season 2, but this time Soren is the good guy. That's what would have happened, but we didn't get that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Why is Aravos such a huge elf? Star Touch elves are huge. If we look back at this scene where he fills the Sea of the Cast Out, he is huge in his form. No, okay, but that's back to the... Why did I open this? Like, why am I taking that seriously? Back to this whole thing. It was fine. I think the story with Aravos' daughter was really good. And I think it humanizes Aravos a lot. And I think most of you guys can agree is that Erebos is not that wrong for what he's doing. Like, it kind of makes sense that Erebos is going this crazy. At the same time, oh, look, you can see I was trying to take a screenshot. At the same time, I don't know, it's just, I guess everything is going to the end effect that he can fight against the Star Touch elves, but it's just some things that he does seem so unrelated to that. Someone would need to have really strong legs to make that jump. Yeah, he has those really strong legs. Have you seen, like, season 1 where he, like, does his stuff and everything, like his workout to go up? Thinking back on when Erebos said I swallowed her, as in DDT in season 5, it makes more sense. I didn't know that he was so huge. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually true. As the day we betrayed me, I wonder what Zub... I think Zubeia was more the one who betrayed him while imprisoning him. Because I think in Erebos' mind, he wasn't against the dragons and elves. He was only against the Star Touch elves. I mean, I guess he was against Soul Regum. But then, when Zubeia and all the other ones imprisoned him, he felt like, why are you guys doing this? You know, like, what I'm doing is not meant to affect you guys directly. Like, there is a bigger reason behind all this. It's not curious that the council has not done anything to Erebos after the death of his daughter. This makes me believe that there are several parts of the story he has not told us. Yeah. That is true. I guess because he hasn't done anything himself. You know? And I would assume that maybe their best form of intervention was trying to get him imprisoned, where I would assume that maybe one of the council, probably the merciful one then, is the one to show the orphan queen what Erebos has been doing, because the council would know what he's doing, but since he isn't the one doing things himself, they technically have nothing against him, you know? Like, he's doing, if you take it in, like, the real world sense, he's doing crime, but he's so good at it that, like, you can't prosecute him for anything. But then they're trying to, like, I don't know, tell the people, like, oh, he's been doing crime, you know, maybe you should go imprison him, because, like, we as the, you know, the actual legal people, we can't do anything here. Wonder if the prison was meant to look like his home, or his home was turned into his prison. Yeah, as we know, his prison looks exactly like this without all the plants. I think that when he was imprisoned, he most likely created all of this from memory with his own magic. Which is why he doesn't have the plants in his real prison, because those would... Like, he doesn't see the point of trying to recreate them every time like this. Or maybe if his home was imprisoned with him. But look, let's see. I'll look at the screenshot of the prison. If we look at this, this doesn't look like it would include his home. But I guess we'll never know. Back to the review. I think one of the less interesting things of the entire season was the whole arc with Janai and Amaya. I love their characters. I love what they did in season 4 with them. But I feel like ever since, it has been so dull what they're doing. Like, it's fine, but it feels like every time we go to what they're doing, the story just takes a halt. Because the entire season, all they've done was prepare for a wedding, have the wedding, wait on the wedding, and then go into battle. And that's it. And that just doesn't feel great. Also, the idea that the wedding can only take place when the sun is shining is crazy. Like, there is no way every single time someone got married, there had to be only sun the entire time. Erebos created the Sea of the Cast Out with Thieves. Yeah, I think that was great. It wasn't Erebos crashing down. Yeah. I think that explanation was amazing, though, and makes sense that it was named the Sea of the Cast Out before Erebos was imprisoned there. Because I always thought, like, why would you name, like, a body of water after the thing you're trying to hide there? And I think it was very like emotional to see that, like, he created the entire thing. Yeah, by crying 400 years. Doesn't mean though that the spinning sea is not created by him. How can they imprison him when every Star Touch elf comes to Zadia? How can the prison? I don't quite understand the question, but like they imprisoned him later on after he came down into Zadia. And we don't quite know how they did it. I wonder if those 100 years just passed by to him. I think so. I think because they're Star Touch elves and we know that they're kind of outside of time. I think for him, I think that's something that we, being within time, can't really understand the concept of, but I would assume that for them it doesn't have anything. Okay, no joke. Okay, wait. How do fish survive in that much salt water? Tears have lots of salt. This, funnily enough, this conversation I had with my brother yesterday evening, and I said I would credit him in a video that I do in the breakdown because, okay, you have to know, no one else in my family watches The Dragon Prince, right? And so randomly, we were at the table, and like both of my brothers are home right now. And I mentioned that, I don't know, somehow it came to be, credit you? Yeah, I'll credit you as well. And I said like, oh, then it has to be salt water, which is interesting because usually a lake doesn't have to be salt water. And then my brother was like, oh, but isn't he like a magical creature? How do you know his tears have salt? And I'm like, huh, I guess you're right. Yeah, no, I'll credit Nish and my brother. There we go. I think it's his prison. I saw it, I think. Okay. Where could the book that the Key of Arrows belong to be? Yeah, that's something I will go over in a video. I haven't looked at it in depth enough, because like we have the one image here. We have this image where we then technically can know where it goes to. Sort of, but yeah. So he marked a few spots. Back to the actual thing that we were doing this entire time. Mixing with rain over time, I guess. In the actual review, we already talked about Amaya a bit. I think their whole thing was just... Yeah, I think in general, the reason I would give this season a 7.5 or 8 out of 10 is because there were a lot of things that worked really well. I think the emotions were great this season, and many of the scenes worked really well. The problem was there were too many scenes that tried to be good by themselves. And through that, I feel like we had so little happen in one season. Because if we take a look at all of the separate groups, we can, like, very quickly say everything that they did. And it feels like they could have done that a lot sooner. Because, like, if we take a look at, for example, Viren. Viren literally wakes up, decides to go to Catullus, enters Catullus, is in prison, dies. Right? If we look at Claudia, she doesn't like Viren leaving, decides to go to Catullus to see him, gets to Catullus, gets mad, frees Erebos. Right? All of those things didn't have to take up 9 episodes. Obviously, they didn't each get 9 episodes, but yeah, like... The Star Scraper also didn't really add anything to the plot other than this is where the people that are needed for the plot live. That doesn't mean though that the scenes there were in of themselves really good. Like the scene, for example, with Cosmo when he has like this whole time dilation thing, and we can see how like Callum is completely distraught and he doesn't know what to do anymore. And like clearly is depressive. I think they did that really well, right? it shows that really well. Or the scene with, I don't know, Callum going up to find his one true start. Also, the scene itself works really well. However, everything around it being that, like, none of that really matters or happens in a way that, like, heavily influences the plot, kind of makes it feel like, why are we doing this? And why are we doing this for so long? You know? For example, with Callum Star thing, there is no point afterwards where that mattered. Yeah, it was very easy for him to get rid of dark magic. The scene itself was fine, I guess. Like, with how easy it was, because I think the scene itself was, like, very powerful, especially after we had seen how, like, depressive he would have gotten or can get otherwise. But the fact that it doesn't matter after he, like, frees himself from dark magic, like, there is not a single moment afterwards where you feel like, oh, he was tempted to use dark magic, or, oh my word, what if Aravos would have controlled him here, like he was about to do it, but then, man, he couldn't do it. Like, it's just, they do it and then they move on. And so, it's just, it feels like nothing they do have any consequences outside of the actual scene that the things happen in. The same with, you know, like I said already, the mushroom, like the whole mushroom thing. It's like, okay, cool, she's all fine, and she just needs to wait again. Okay, whatever, that's that. Or, I don't know, like, it felt like that with a lot of things. Even, like, Janai and Amaya, honestly, pretty much every scene that they were in was like, yeah, okay, I guess we're just watching them in their normal life now? Like, this is not really... It's fine in general to get the feeling like, oh, these are normal people living a normal life, but at the same time, they shouldn't be just living a normal life. Like, there's a lot going on. Off topic, how was Barris able to make Candy glow? I don't know. I think he also is Aravos, actually, and that's how he made it. Okay, let's see. What are you guys saying? Claudia continued to try to free Aravos because of her father's death and determination. Aravos only convinced her more. Yeah. Claudia was dying season following the path of Viren unless she refuses. That's interesting as well, that Claudia will have the same fate as Viren because she's on the same path as Viren. Viren gave up because he realized how bad it was and sacrifices would make... Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, the whole last episode, again, Claudia was already doing the spell, and he tells her, like, oh, just do it with love. And then she's like, I don't know how to do that. And then all of a sudden, we have to take a whole new thing with Aravos' backstory just for her to do it with more love. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I like the fact that we got the story. Again, that scene in of itself, like the whole thing with Aravos, amazingly done. You know, we actually get more of Aravos, we get to understand why he feels this way, but there is no reason as to why this is happening. Season 6 revolved mainly around Viren and Raylan. Yes, and I think that's a mistake. Because, for one, Viren didn't need that much screen time to finish his character arc, and Raylan, I don't know, I guess fans like it, which is always great. And a lot of the stuff that they did was good, like the whole thing that they redid, them meeting themselves for the first time again. I think that was good, and it kind of solved that whole thing quickly and definitively, but it happened quite late, and then all of a sudden it seemed like everything else that had happened didn't matter anymore. We got no new pastry. Sploosh, you're right. I was a bit upset. I was so sure we were gonna get one. If you count the big candy that we got as technically a new creation of the baker, maybe? But yeah, no. Definitely too much coffee. I don't even know if that's the problem. I feel like too little coffee. I feel like they need to have more coffee in the writer's room. Like, they need to make the characters have like ADHD, that they're constantly doing something, you know? Maybe that's like a very simple way of explaining it, but if your characters are constantly doing something and moving towards something, it feels like the story is progressing. Where in this season, the things that characters were doing it didn't matter. Which means there must be bigger stuff in season 7. Sorry. I think they wanted to get most of Viren's redemption out of the way, which means there must be... Yeah. But again, I feel like they could have done the redemption a lot quicker. I think the main thing that they wanted to do with Viren was tie in a lot of the graphic novels, or at least mainly the Puzzle House, with the actual show. So that people... Because I think that is a criticism that they took to heart, that they shouldn't be making outside material that has a lot of impact on the show itself, but that not showing up in the show. Because what it means is that when you only watch the show, it feels weird. The Real James video got out now, but I'm watching, I can't choose. I don't know, you can obviously do whatever. But I'm glad that you're here. It's really cool to have all you guys here. Season 4 and 5 felt so slow. Yes, but this season also felt slow. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, that's the problem. This season had so many good things that I want to... Like, I don't want it to sound like this season was bad. Like, I think this season was way ahead of any other season, like any of the last 2 seasons. But still, the pacing and everything is just... It doesn't quite work. And there's one... Alright, now we're gonna get to some specific things that I want to talk about. Yeah, as a review. I should probably change this for, you guys to have a different thing to look at. Because, I don't know. I got bored. Yeah. One example, okay? If we take this entire exposition scene, right? Where we find out about his daughter, we find out a bit about this book, we find out about the Star Touch elves, right? This is a lot of lore that we're getting. And then we compare that to season 4, where we find out about all of the backstory, like the flashback of Zubeia. And then compare that to season 3, where we get the whole story that Viren tells Aravos while they're traveling to Zadia. The main difference between all of these things is that in all of these scenes in season 4 and 6, nothing is happening. All that we're doing is literally simply doing exposition. Like, all of this, the only goal is to tell us why Aravos is doing what he's doing, right? But this has no effect on anything that is happening in the season. And the same with in season 4, it's literally while we're flying to the Storm Spire, it's just to explain why the mirror exists, which in of itself is okay. The main, like, it's okay, but it's not great. And what season 3 does differently is that the entire expositional scene... I need to delete this. How do I don't want to keep seeing this. That was a mistake screenshot. The entire time while that is happening, we have a very clear goal, right? The bad guys are going into Zadia. And so the whole thing is also interrupted by them then reaching Zadia and whatever. But also, it was like a presentation I did in 3rd grade, yeah. Wait, I first need to read a few things, because there was... Our expectations were a little too high, but it was still a good season. Yes. First of all, that. I feel like Soren didn't get much closer. Here, everything girly. I think your theories were just so good that the season looks bad in comparison. Thank you so much. I just wanted to read that out because I want everyone to take that to heart, okay? Also, if any of the writers ever watch this, hire me. I will make your show worse. No, that's a joke, but honestly, no. I saw that earlier and I was like, oh, that's actually really nice. Don't worry, I read what you guys are writing. I might just not be talking about it straight away because I was like making a point. And continuing on my actual point, when we look at season 3, what they're doing is constantly, like, the exposition is relevant to the thing that they are currently doing. And what they're doing is an active thing that moves the plot forward. I guess you could make the argument that this exposition is relevant. No, it's actually not even relevant to what they're doing at all. This exposition is not relevant, but the thing that they're actually doing, trying to free Aravos, does move the plot forward, right? The same, but then if we go back to season 4, it's also again relevant, but what they're doing doesn't really move the plot forward. So, you know, they can't have both right now, because when Viren talks to Aravos and everything, first of all, we get the feeling, like, we get to know more about Aravos, we get to know more about what actually happened, we get to know how this entire thing happened, like the entire show pretty much, how it started. Yeah, and it's all important because they're going into Zadia, and it is all linked to the connection of what is your goal here in Zadia. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit sad, but I think it's definitely something that the writers should keep in mind and try to improve on, that the exposition should be linked to what they are doing, and also that what they are doing is important, because that way, if you don't really care about the exposition, you're still caring about what they're doing. And if you really care about the exposition, you also get the feeling, oh, this exposition is important because we're right now on the way to, like, the next step. And, like, I don't really know what's going to happen in the next step, you know? They're going into Zadia. This is really bad and whatever. Possible Aravos redemption. Maybe. And if they hire you, you need to make sure they get the right amount of coffee. See, that's the problem. I don't drink coffee. So I worry that they'll have even less coffee, but I'll have enough ADHD for all of them that will make sure it translates to the characters. I think that season 4 and 5, perhaps season 6 as well, try to do too many things in too little time. I think that's the problem. Yes and no. I think the things... I think the way they spread out what things get what amount of time was weird. I think especially with season 4 and 5, you can make that point. Where it was often a discussion, oh, should there have been more episodes? No, they should have just changed what happens in the episodes, because so many of the episodes felt like nothing was happening. Wait, okay, was coughing all along? Guys, what if one of the Star Touch, like, one of the great ones, we have the merciful one and we have the coughing one. Wait a minute. Also, wait, if we look at their faces, right? This one could pass as Harrow. Is there a connection? I don't know. Okay, no, but jokes aside, that's actually Cap. The COVID one? Okay, that's... Oh no. Why do I want to, like, make a theory? No, why do I want to make a theory with that? Okay, I need to stop. I need to clear my head of that thought. Alright, what were we talking about before this? I don't remember anymore. Alright, I'll just read something and then I'll talk about that. If Aravos is redeemed, won't that make Claudia the villain? Villain, yes, Claudia is the villain. Everyone that wants to protect Claudia, you're allowed to, but not seeing that she is the villain is kind of weird. She is the antagonist, at least. And her goal is self-preservation at this point. And while you might think that that has a lot to do with empathy for her family, I think you misunderstand, because empathy would mean more than her family, and so it's more a sense of narcissism except that she includes her family in that narcissism. So yeah, I realize obviously Claudia is a lot more than just that, and I think they showed that really well, but in the end, yeah. I would pay so much money to see Sadia go through the pandemic. Bro, why am I thinking about these things now? You guys, I don't know. If I had like, if I could edit quickly, I would make the dumbest videos. Claudia was heading to the Star Scraper. Could they try? Claudia getting rid of her darkness. I don't think she'd want to. I don't think she sees it as darkness. How did Claudia's leg get cut off? It doesn't get cut off. I guess it kind of did. It was while she was in season 5 at the end, while she was in her octopus form. One of her tentacles got cut off, or 2 or something. I have a screenshot of it. Which then means that when she transformed back, it affected her real body as well. And that's that. For that person who asked. That's why Claudia was missing a leg. Also, I think one of the cutest things in that season was when Terry was working on his leg, and then he hears the rustling behind him, and I think he assumes that it was Claudia, and he like looks back all hopeful, and then he goes back to his leg to like work on it. Because in my head, it was just like, I don't know, he had like one mission, and he was like, no, I'm gonna wait for you, you know? And so, even, you know, you might be right there, but it doesn't matter. Until you come to me, I'm not doing anything. Wait, what did Sploosh say? Those elves brought the disease. Okay, bro. We already have enough racist elves. There's no need. Honestly, if there was COVID in this, Kareem would probably be like... No, I won't go into any of that, actually. Sploosh and we are troll masters, honestly. Then again, without you guys, the stream would be less fun. It was because of Stella. She teleported Rayla's hand towards her blades. Yeah, exactly. Stella... Oh my word. Why do I keep reading those comments, Nish? Ugh. I'm literally gonna have a video, like, in memory. No, not in memory. That sounds like you died. Just called for Nish. And it will be, like, the dumbest theories. You hate Kareem. I think this season was a bit weird for him as well. Yeah. Stardust in their nose. Oh, okay. That's the stop. We're not, no. Okay. If there's a Discord server, can I be mod? Yes, that's actually a great way to segue. For everyone that is watching right now, we have a Discord server. It should be in the description of this thing. If not, I will quickly put it into the chat. Wait, I'll quickly hide my screen because wait, I'll have to see. Okay, no, we were fine. I can show my screen again. I'll put it in the chat as well. But there is a Discord server. I can't put it in the chat. But there is still a Discord server. And so you're very welcome to join. It's still early days, but we'll be doing stuff there. There's also a... what are we doing? We're doing a few things there. But... we're going to do a watch party soon. We're going to watch season 6 again for all of those who haven't watched it yet or want to watch it again. I don't know, honestly, what we'll be doing there, but you guys can chat with other people as well. So anyone that also... yeah, if you want to be a mod or improve the server in any way, feel free to contact me. I guess Discord is an easy way to do it. Because yeah, I want to expand on that. But yeah, you're very welcome to join. This brings me to the point. I think, in general, we've talked a lot about Season 6. Once again, I would say out of 10, 7.5 to 8. A lot of good stuff, a lot of less good things, or at least the way things were done were not as good. But yeah, I think it was a very strong season overall, and it was definitely a lot better than the other two. But I think what one of you guys said as well, our expectations were maybe a bit too high. I think another reason, like one thing that did not really help, was the reviews that came out before the season kind of didn't have anything to criticize. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, okay, this is probably like to build up the hype, and most likely, you know, the first time you watch something that you've been excited for a long time, you can't really see anything wrong with it. But yeah, I think for a lot of people, it kind of just made them go in without really, I don't know how to explain it, but like, they just kind of go in expecting something good and like didn't really pay attention if it was good or not. If you really enjoyed it though, and for you it's still a 10 out of 10, that's amazing. Like, honestly, have it be a 10 out of 10 for you. There are just a few things for me personally, and I think some other people as well, that didn't really work. And I think that they should try to take and improve upon. I already love the server. Well, thank you. But here's my scores for the season. Season 1, 8 out of 10. Season 2, 8.5 out of 10. Season 3, 9 out of 10. Season 4, it's cut off because my monitor is bad. Season 4, 5.5 out of 10. Season 5, 4 out of 10. And season 6, once again cut off, 9 out of 10. Season 5 under season 4. This is one of the... that's a very interesting take. I don't think I've seen that very often. But I did re-watch season 4 and 5 recently. And personally, I don't know, I might agree with you. Everything girly. I personally really liked the season, but I didn't like how they handled Raylan. Really? What would you have preferred how they handle it? Because that's interesting. Because I would have assumed people mostly would have liked Raylan and maybe not the other things. But for you, it's the other way around. Like, one thing I could imagine, I thought they should have talked about Rayla leaving. Yeah, okay, that's actually good. I would raise season 5 8 out of 10, not gonna lie. You feel like you're the only one too? Yeah, but I will say, I think I agree with you that on the one hand, I'm glad that it ended. Okay, not the relationship, but the whole, like, them being upset at each other here. You know what, we'll put up a picture of Rayla crying almost. I'm glad that that aspect ended. However, in the way they did it, I feel like didn't quite, I don't know, really sell the fact that what she did really messed Callum up. I feel like Rayla didn't really take any responsibility. And you could say that, you know, she was saying like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, it's fine. And like, you don't have to be sorry. But like, no, she still should have to be sorry. Like, it's fine if Callum says, no, you don't have to be sorry. But then she should have been like, no, I really am. I realize now what I did was the wrong thing to do. And like, I really want to do this, like, with you. And like, we need to go after him together. I'm sorry that I did it by myself. In the end of episode 6, Rayla was open saying sorry, but Callum cut her off. I was hard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really think they could have done that better. Vir and Raylum kept season 5 on their backs, to be honest. Yeah. I think Viren and Raylum kept all of it on their back. Like even season 4, that's what everyone was waiting for. Okay, new ratings. Vikex lol. My rating, season 1, 8 out of 10. Season 2, 7.5 out of 10. Season 3, 9 out of 10. Season 4, 6 out of 10. Season 5, 7.5. And season 6, 9.5 or 10 out of 10. Interesting. Okay, so you're saying season 6 is better than season 3, clearly. And season 2 and 5 are on the same level. Season 4 a lot worse. Season 1 just a bit worse than the ones. Nish's swag ratings? Wait, where did Nish put his ratings? I bet Nish just did like based on how much people coughed. Wait. And bum kiss done. Yeah, okay, no. I think the idea of like the whole scene with oh, look at that. I think when they redid her coming back, I think that was fine if they would have talked about it before. Yeah, but like because she didn't really apologize, it kind of felt like Callum saw that she was his one star and then he just like became extra horny. All right, Nish. Guys, we have Nish's ratings in. All right. Season 1 is a 7. Season 2 and 9. Okay, Nish actually might be on something here. Season 3, 10 out of 10. Season 4, 6 out of 10. Okay. Season 5, 8 out of 10. 6, genuinely 9.5. Okay, I'd say season 5 is a bit high. But the fact that you put season 2 so high up, I might agree with you the most. Because I think season 2 is one of the most criminally underrated of all of them. For a long time, I was thinking that season 2 was maybe my favorite. Because I felt like in all of season 2, something was constantly happening. And like even in season 3, you know, we get the long scenes of them going to Zadia. And so it felt a bit slow. 5 should be a little lower. Yeah, I agree with that. You know what? Does anyone have a tier maker? Well, I'm gonna check this. There's like a tier maker for... Is there one for the Dragon Prince? There's a character tier list. Is there just one for seasons? Bro, what is... what are we doing here? If anyone has one, I would be very interested. What in the frick is this? Okay, I clearly clicked on something incorrect. Because then that's something that we could still do on stream if you guys would be interested. Do a tier list of the things. Alright. Go see YX. Mine, book 1. Don't remember. Good start. Book 2, 9.2 out of 10. Okay, did you just listen to what I said? And then... Okay. But, book 3, 9 out of 10. Okay, so book 2 is better. Okay. Book 4, I loved it, so 8.5. Alright. Josie, are you a paid chatter? No, like, actually, are you a writer? Have you had enough coffee? Alright. Anyway. 8.5 out of 10. Book 5, cool out of... Bro, what? Cool out of 10, and book 6, 8 out of 10. What I gather from this is... you didn't like book 1? Maybe you just weren't a writer on book 1, that's why. And book 5, you can't say your true opinions? Interesting. You forgot season 1. That's actually those are some crazy ratings, but honestly, that's funny. Yes, you did start a trend. Who do you think is the worst character ever? Mine, Kareem. Worst characters and what? Who do I dislike the most? Probably Kareem. Who do I think is the most evil character? Maybe Lujane. Why though is a secret. Maybe Ellis as well though. But for real, which one? I would say... Who do I think is like... I don't know. Wait, I'll ask which one you mean. Yeah, it's good. Lynch juice there. Bro, you're not a writer? But what happened in book 1? Bro, in book 1? Okay, that's actually kind of rude. In book 1, we get all of the super cool scenes. We get probably the best soundtrack at the beginning of episode 3 with the sunset when Harrow is about to die. We get introduced to Moonberry Juice that like never comes back, apparently. I think they just forgot that they wrote that. We get the whole scenes with the village, which was funny, I guess. And the whole cursed caldera. We get introduced to maybe the most evil character. We all watched season 5 episode 8 multiple times. I mean, yeah, but what happens? Is that a Raylan thing? We get human Rayla? Bro, for real. You get so much there. Lore was set up. Yeah. Yeah. Hunan bread. Yeah, no, okay, to be fair, I only remember Callum tried sword fighting. Yeah, that is also in like episode 1. What season was Bread Sandwich? Okay, the fact that you don't know that off by heart is hurtful to me. It was season 3. When Claudia and Soren get imprisoned for the crimes of their father. I think season 2 was one of the best because... Okay, does anyone actually have a tier maker? I'm actually going to look up while... Bro, there's only with characters. I don't want to do characters. I want to do... The Dragon Prince. Okay... Yeah, they're only Dragon Prince characters. That's sad. Oh, wait, what? Wait, is this characters or no? What in the frick? There are a lot of characters here. Do you guys want to do a tier list of the characters or no? Because otherwise... Man, this is annoying. Yeah, this only has characters. That's fine. There is an episode... Oh, can you link it then in the chat? I think you can link stuff. Can't deny true love. Nothing to do with personal life. Definitely am not going through emotional trauma. Oh, okay. Okay, bro, are you good? Wait, I think there was one ranking that I didn't quite read. Here, from... I can't read the name. Randomated said... Season 3... Wait, what? Season... Oh, okay. First is season 3. Second is season 3/6. Interchangeable. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, first and second are season 3 and 6. Interchangeable. The third is season 1. Fourth is season 5. Fifth is season 2. Sixth is season 4. So, in your ranking, season 4, then season 2, season 5, 1. Really? Season 2 that low is kind of criminal, I won't lie. But, you know, to each their own. My prediction on season 7 death. Soren will die, Claudia might get injured again. Soren will probably die, Claudia will eventually get over Viren's death. Season 3 is a D... C minus? Yeah, okay, yeah, those are pretty good. I can make a tier list? That would be amazing. Dolef, Berlin... Okay. Yeah, well... yeah, if you can, that would be great, and we'll do that. What exactly were you doing right now? How did we get here? Because we're trying to find the season. Oh, yeah. Okay, if you just joined the stream, we did a longer review of the whole season already. Yeah. Our main... Yeah, there's a Discord server as well. It's in the description. We did a review of season 6, and now we were just discussing which seasons were better. And we might do that. If you're here for season 6, Raphael, I will say, in a nutshell, I would say season 6 was really good. It was a big improvement from season 4 and 5, but at the same time, I think that it wasn't perfect, and that still the pacing struggled a lot, and that there were a lot of arcs and stories that didn't have any impact on anything, and so it made it feel quite slow. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. 2, 3, 6 were peak. Yes, Nish is our evil chat overlord, but at the same time, his opinions, well, they're good. So far. Sort of. Some of them. If you really think about it, Raylan was rushed. When they first got together, they only knew each other for about a month. That always bugged me. Yeah. No, you are correct. The whole... no, I guess if you would translate that into real... Nah, at the same time, people do bond over emotional trauma quickly, and they had a lot of that. But in general, yeah, I guess it is kind of rushed. But that's also because we had 3 seasons to reach Zadia. That's the only thing I will criticize. Okay, that's not the only thing. One of the biggest criticism about season 1 to 3 is, for some reason, it took 2 entire seasons to just reach Zadia, when that was the goal from episode, like, 2, 3. So it's a bit, yeah. But I would say that generally, because they get a lot of screen time and everything, it doesn't come across as rushed. But yeah, if you would definitely translate that into real life, it would be very weird. I feel like they made too many new character introductions without giving them the right amount of screen time. In which season now? Season 6? We barely got any new characters. Season 4 and 5, 1,000,000%. Season 1 to 3, none of the characters that they introduced were were very important. That they introduced. Whereas if we take season 4, Terry, I could rant about that for hours on end, because I think that that was a very weird decision the way they did that. Guys, isn't it weird how Soren got knocked out with a brick? Yep. Stone. Yeah, no, wait, we'll go back to a Soren. I think I have that as well. I don't think I have it when he got knocked out. But yeah, that was a bit weird. It's almost like he got some sense knocked into him. Like the brick hit and he was like, wait a minute, why are we defending this again? Like, why don't we just go and evacuate? Hey, okay. The line that I would draw is if they said Katalis is not a place, Katalis is a people. Like, at that point, I think I would have died of cringe. Because, like, it was already on the verge, but they didn't say that line, so we're good. He lost his soul. Nish. I don't want to ban you, but like, I just said I didn't die of cringe, but now here we are. I love how Viren grew a larger beard. Never thought it would happen. Yes. I thought it looked cool. Here. I thought Viren with a beard looked cool. However, it begs the question, how did he not grow a beard the entire time in season 4 and 5? Like, did he have, no, no, it's fine. You don't have to actually be worried. Okay, no. Don't teach people, though. Yeah, so it felt a bit weird because in season 4 and 5, he was sort of growing a beard. But not really, so it kind of made it feel like he can't grow a full beard, and then all of a sudden, in like a few days, he just comes up and looks like, I don't know, something else. Plus I grew up with a really funny dad. Yeah, that always helps. I think Soren should have a beard. What do you guys think? Soren with a beard? Maybe. It's weird that Sol Regum was manipulated so easy. Yeah! Wouldn't Sol Regum notice that he flew so far away from the battle? That was one of the other things I thought about. Is... like... is Sol Regum just stupid? Because, like, at some point he should have noticed that the Sunfire Elves shouldn't have had a castle. But, because he was still blind, so he obviously can't see what he's doing, and Pharos is technically controlling him, so he doesn't know where he's flying. But at some point when he's fighting, right? I feel like he should have realized. And then, I guess maybe his hatred for humans just took over, and he was like, oh, we're doing this first? Sure, whatever. I think Viren was in jail for weeks. Maybe, but we never know. Like, it's never said, and it doesn't feel like it's that long. Not funny, hilarious? Oh, okay. Maybe. How is that possible? None of the characters seem to age, so it begs the question, how much time passed? Yeah. I don't think very much time passed at all, because if we go back to the Star Scraper, in one of the first nights, I think it's one of the first nights, you know, when they realize, oh, you know, they can't destroy the thing, and then Rayla's just like, oh, okay, we'll just go back the next morning, you know? I'll just put up this. So, I don't know, it's never really said what the timing is. Also, I saw this mentioned at some other point, why didn't Cosmo later tell them that they have the wrong prison? Because I feel like, how is this gonna work in season 7 if they don't even realize Aravos could be free? Like, Cosmo's kind of stupid for that. Wedding was only a couple of days as well. Couldn't be, yeah. Okay, no, that's true. No, that's actually very, that's a good point. That we know the wedding was going to happen in a few days, and then the wedding happens, and the night of the wedding is when Aravos gets freed. So... huh. That's weird. That Aster told him, the truth can cause more hurt than good. Yes, in that moment, but it mattered because they needed him to remove the dark magic from him, from Callum. And Callum wasn't able to do that. But once Callum managed to do that, I feel like it should have been fine. Maybe Cosmo's like Doctor Strange in Infinity War. Yeah, that's one of the things that I was wondering, is how that whole thing works. Is he able to just like do a bunch of different things and then just rewind to whenever? Also, you made a tier list. I'll check it out. If you have a link, you're very welcome to just send the link. And everything is just characters. There's an episode tier list. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, I wonder if at some point I'll do an episode tier list. But yeah. Viren staff was able to do magic because of the Quasar diamond or not? Yeah, I'll do a bit of theory. Send it twice, maybe links are blocked. Yeah, that could be. I don't know. I have some sort of bot that blocks things. Okay, I don't know if you have Discord. I'll open up Discord and then you can send it there if you want. Oh, should probably not have that there. All right. And then that way I can... Oh wow, a lot of people joined. Oh my word, Nish is in. Oh dear. I'd say more rules personally though, so why am I reading this, bro? Oh, Nish. Just send it in general? Yeah, thanks. Alright. Season tier list. Thank you. This works. Alright. We'll quickly do the tier list then, and then we'll go into some theory. I mean, I guess we can do both. One of the things that we were talking about was able to do magic because of Quasar Diamond or not. I think not. Because just as Callum's staff that he uses can also do... And I guess maybe it has like a wind stone in it. But I doubt it does. But thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'll be honest. Dolev Berline Poliva. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, this actually helps. And then I'll be able to do it here. Because it was... Because of the Quasar Diamonds, then why are other stats on the pillar? We only know 3 Quasar Diamonds. No, they're not empty. I would think... I don't know. But I don't think the Quasar Diamond lets it do magic. Maybe though. Probably other jewels? Yeah, I would assume so. Especially because when Lujane takes out the jewel of the Corona of the Heavens, it's just a random gem. Which makes me think that that gem used to be in the staff. And so there's just kind of random things. Like other jewels like moon opals. Yeah. That's another thought, that like each of them have the gems from the different primal sources, but then 8 staves, 6 primal sources. Oh, Copper, do you have to go? That's fine. Well, thank you very much for staying here. You're not worthy of your glory, Mr. Nish. Okay. I think, okay, quickly for Season 7. That's one more thing here. We'll just open this for now. Season 7, what I think will happen. That's actually kind of scary. One thing I could imagine happening, and I'll definitely try to fill this theory out more, is that we still have 1 Quasar Diamond left. And the season will be called Deep Magic, or something like that. And we will get to understand that Deep Magic is a sort of primal form of dark magic. Aravos's goal will be to get his book. I don't know, he needs it to do something with the Star Touch Elves. In the end, the Star Touch Elves will be defeated, but they also resurrect... maybe how does that work though? Okay, what if the book has something in it that could be used as like the vessel for Leola's soul? And so he needs the book, they resurrect Leola, Aravos then rejects his star magic, kind of retires, goes away somewhere, and because there are no more Star Touch Elves to like oversee things, because, you know, they're like the watchers of the Dragon Prince, Cosmo will be the one to take that spot, and Cosmo will form a new order, maybe with some of the Celestial Elves, and that's how things will end. That's all I will say. What if they still just use a Quasar Die? Yeah, that I was wondering if the staves are powerful even with the even without Quasar Diamonds or the gems that are in it. Saving Aravos' daughter would be impossible. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the cube has a Quasar Diamond inside of it, or is reconfiguration of the Nova Blade. Okay, at this point everything is Aravos and everything is the Nova Blade, I think. No, I don't think it is. We know that the Nova Blade was given to a human girl, most likely the Orphan Queen. And while the Orphan Queen was around, she already had the Key of Erebos. Actually? She was given the Key of Erebos, and she was given the Nova Blade. If they're the same thing, that would make sense. Nish can't access chat. What's up with Nish, man? Deep lore time. Yeah. I'm just thinking, if the cube would be the Nova Blade, that would assume that the Nova Blade refers to not an actual blade, but that the cube could unlock something in the book that would then give you the knowledge to kill a Star Touch elf. Oh, you have to leave soon? Yeah, okay. Well, I think what we'll do, because we've already been streaming for quite a while, what we'll do is we'll just quickly do a tier list, and then we'll leave it at that. We could be talking about this for hours. But yeah. But quickly, my tier list of the seasons. We have season 1, I think was great. It was a great start. Animation is a bit choppy, but honestly, yeah, it was fine. It's 1:15-ish. What the frick? Do the world too. Alright, for Dino. Yeah, Dino, I'm sorry. The chat is... Oh yeah, I'm not streaming on Twitch, that's why. Thanks, Nish. Alright, season 1 was great. It was a great start. Book 2 is either top of A or S. Because I think book 2 genuinely has one of the best stories of the whole thing. There is literally something going on constantly. With Viren, we're learning more about Aravos, which in of itself is extremely interesting, but it goes much further than that, where he tries to, you know, do all sorts of things. And yeah, we get introduced to Aravos, who's huge. Then Claudia and Soren feel like they are actually moving towards things again. They have their own thing going on, and it made Zadia feel like an actual world, because Claudia and Soren were doing things unrelated to the other guys, but then they bump into each other, you know? Top of A to S? Yeah. Something like, it would be one of the... I'll just put it in S for now, we'll see what we do. Book 3 is obviously S. Book 3, I think... Yeah, it's kind of uncontested. This is one... It's, in my opinion, still the best. Maybe book 2 is better. But I think this is just, like, overall... also a great ending. Like, the show could genuinely end here, and it would have still been a great show. Oh, wow. What are we at? 3:46? I think it's, like, American time. And then 9:45. Yeah, for me it's 9:45 as well. Then we have book 4, Earth. Oh man, like, I don't know. This, like, it's so... There are so many things that aren't good with this, but like... It's not horrible, and like, some things work. My amnesia is over. I now remember book 1. Light hit me. Well, welcome to the knowing what happens in book 1 club. Yeah. Wait, if she was in possession of both the key and the blade, could it be that somewhere in the Banther Lodge? I don't think so, because she wasn't around when the Banther Lodge was around, and the Banther Lodge, the only reason it had the key was because Harrow had no idea what to do with it. Banish it to sea? Yeah, I think so. Season 5. Okay, the problem is, if I put this under season 4, that means that season 5 is the worst season. And I don't know if I can do that, but it is the worst season, so I kind of have to do that. Because I think in season 5, it kind of took the problems of season 4, made them bigger. It isn't. Nish, what was your rating of season 5? Actually, no, never mind. I think you genuinely get paid by the writers, and I think you said it was like 8 out of 5, 8 out of 10 or something. It isn't that bad? No, okay, it's not bad. You'd say B? Guys, but I think you're really just remembering like the Finnegan storyline. The Finnegan storyline was okay. But you have to remember, those were the last 3 episodes. I just love the water theme. There was nothing to do with the water theme though. That's my problem. Your rating was 4 out of 5. Season 4 was 5.5 out of 5. Lower C to D. Okay. There we go, Nish. You didn't even finish season 4? Okay. Okay, well, it's... Okay, this one is definitely, I would say, more rewatchable than season 4, because you want to get to the final episodes. C minus is Nish rating? Oh, okay, okay. I put it here, I think. Yeah. Because I feel like if you look at season 5, right, the main thing that you'll remember is the Finnegan storyline, and that was okay. It was also not very great. I made a video about that, like, when it came out. But that one was fine. But then you have the whole thing with the Great Bookery, which was silly. Like, that did not have to take up 3 episodes. Then you have the whole thing with, what's it? The Archmage Akiyu, which, again, completely pointless how long that took. Okay, wait. Season 6 is above 2, but below 3. Alright, Nish? No. No, you're incorrect about that, actually. Oh, wait. Actually, above 2, below 3. In between these two. Ooh. I thought you meant it's season 6, then 3, then 2. Someone that sleeps to noise, and that noise has to be Dragon Prince every minute is engraving in my mind. Ooh, okay. I used to know every single one of the soundtracks and when they appear in the show, and like I could tell you, like if I would hear the first 10 seconds or so, I could tell you which one. Sploosh, are you okay? Yeah, that does sound a bit worrying. Yeah, above 2, below 3. Yeah. No. Hey, my personal opinion is this. If I would have to do it, I would say okay, my personal opinion is this, actually. Is that season 2 is the best, season 3 is close behind, but it's really just because I really like season 2. Season 3 is probably in general better. Season 6 was also really good. Better than season 1, I would say. Season 1 is still really good, and these two are, well, they're fighting for which one gets to be ahead of the other. And either one I would say is fine, but honestly, yeah. Sploosh does have a point. Friends will tell me that the scene they're watching, and I'll know the exact minute they're on. That is... Okay, that's... I don't know if that's a superpower or just, like, a problem. Yeah, book 2 on top? Yeah. But this is, like, very personal opinion. I would say if I would have to rate it a bit more reasonably, this would be a more reasonable rating. And then if I would have to rate it based on what I think most people think, I would say this is probably where most people are. 2 pointless seasons fighting over third. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. All right, but this is this. We'll leave it at that. I'll do. Wait, I'll pull up Wordle on my. Here, I'll do Wordle for Dino, and then we'll end the thing. My opinion is swap Ocean with Earth. What? So that Ocean is last? Yeah, I can see that. Honestly. Alright, but Dino here, you got your Wordle. All right, first word. I would say. Here, what can we do with Soren? Does that count? Is that a word? No? Okay. Soren is not a word. What about Viren? No. What about spell? Nah, it doesn't really give me anything. Alright, see you Varian. Names don't count, yeah. Books, Earth. Earth. Okay, we're actually screwed. Next up, we would do ocean. Okay. What about yikes. Magic? That doesn't really clear anything anymore. I guess not bad. No, okay, we'll try actually doing something with C and E. Stars, flame for sun, stars. Stars, does that clear anything? No, the stars doesn't clear like anything. Magic is not bad. Flame. Ooh, wait, I actually want to try flame because... Okay, we'll try it. We know where the E is! Oh, no! I chose the word you would start with. Oh, okay. My bad. Usually the word I've started with when I would do this before is opium, but I thought maybe... Let's not do that. Alright, so we know where the E is. Okay. Oh dear. Dean? No, there's not any N. And C is not there. What about... Ooh, yoy. Opium, yeah, opium, because it has all of these. And like E and A are more common than these, so if you clear these earlier... We went from review... Yeah, we had to do, Also, when you finish this, read us a Bible verse? Bro, Dino, what are we doing? We'll see. Yeah, no, we're just quickly doing Wordle, and then we'll put you in the stream. I have no ideas, though. Ginger doesn't work. That doesn't even fit in. Pine? Guys, I'm really bad at this. Oy. You know what? Well, actually, we'll just do some other stuff. Let's see. What do we want to do? Stars? Was that one? Magic. Okay, I can't spell without looking. Okay, I still can't spell without looking. Piper? It has to end with E. We'll just try magic, see where things are. I is in. Okay, so it's definitely consonant I, consonant. Okay, let's try. I want pike. Is that a thing? No. It doesn't have a C. Pick. Man. Rosie might be right. Cycle. Ooh, no, it doesn't have a Leola. Okay. That's actually not a bad word to start off. Yeah, no L and no I in your word. Why are we doing Wordle, Soren? Good question, because we've already been talking about the Dragon Prince for like over 2 hours. And Dino asked me to do Wordle, and if Dino asked me to do something, well, disc with an E at the end, because why not? Man, bro, decide? Oh, whoops. Wait, no, it doesn't work either. Wait, am I this bad? This is Soren's Claudior? Yeah, actually though. Guys, I'm actually lost. I'll just put this to see if there's What? So it's... What? No, I don't know. Does it start with I? What? Okay, so it's K-I something C-E. So what if... No, it's not K-I. I made that up, but it's... Okay, maybe... What? I guessed me and I got it right. I guess Mel and got it right? Miners? What? Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, man. Oh no. I'm actually... Spice? No, but it has no S. Man, but Spice would have been good. Wait. Oh dear. Vice? That's missing one. Two Vice. Ooh. I don't know, man. It's something ice. Try Spice. I don't have any more tries, and it's definitely not Spice because it has no S. But it's definitely something ice. I know the word? Okay, yeah. No. No, that's actually more embarrassing now. Nice? Okay, no, it can't be nice. Ice? Is that a word? Are we doing juice? Oh my freaking word. Oh, twice. No, it can't be twice. It has a T. Okay, but juice is juice. Yeah, there we go. Who said juice? Varian. Actual MVP. Actual MVP. People spoiling the answer? Okay, but... you know. How was it juice? I don't know. I don't think I would have ever gotten juice. Alright, guys. That was a lot of fun, though. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, GG. Once again, we have a Discord. I'll actually plug it for the first time. There is a membership option, and you can do that on YouTube. The only thing that you'll get right now is a shout out at the end of the video, or maybe not at the end. I'll see how I do it, and you'll get the videos earlier. But yeah, when the next stream, I don't know. I would be interested to know what you guys would be interested in me streaming. Or if you just want me to, I don't know, get on and then... You thought it was TDP based. Wait, what? It's 1 in the morning, I'm losing my mind. Yes, Nish, don't worry. We're getting off. We're getting off. Rayla hot. Bro, you good? Shipping? Yeah, we'll see if we do something else. If you want me to stream again, we can talk about it in the Discord as well. But yeah, maybe I'll just get on at some point and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But yeah. Nish, please go to sleep. Yes, everyone needs to go to sleep for whom it is 1 something. But yeah, no, that's it for now. Thank you guys all for watching. The Dragon Prince Season 6. This is how it makes me feel, right here. Alright. That's it. Good night, guys. Well, for those of you who it's late for. Oh, it's still 4 p.m. Yes. Well then, see you next time.